So most websites templates takes weeks to build properly because you need to have a good design, you need to write clean code, and your layout needs to be responsive together with all the little details that makes it a production ready template. I just built one in 2 days and I didn't do it alone. So here is the template. So you can scroll downwards. So we have a services section that has like commercial tab and a residential tab, and why you choose a section that has a playable link. I don't want to play this because I don't know if I'll get flagged. We also have like a service, 3 steps to book a services section. We have a testimonial section right here. We have a frequently asked question. We also have this CTA section, and also have some extra pages as well. So an about page, with some skilled professionals. We have contact page as well. Yeah, and we have a services page, and each of the services have a details page. So I can click inside them and you see the details page for each of the services. All right, so let me go back. And as you can see, before I go back, there's an issue I'm having here, and this is just basically the perfect time to show you how I speed up my workflow now using these AI models or these AI tools. So let me go back to the services. And just for context, I use Claude Code, which is Atropic's API coding tool, to handle the entire heavy lifting of building this template. And basically, I just focused on the design decisions and quality control. So let me show you exactly how it went. So before I show you or I talk about that, I think it's best to address the issue with templates in general. Or let me just say the issue with templates. So why an electrician template? If you look at the template marketplace right now, everyone is building the same thing. So when I mean the same thing, I'm talking about SaaS landing pages, agency sites, portfolio templates, and those niches are packed. But local services businesses like electricians, plumbers, Harvard companies, barely anyone is making quality template for them. I'm not saying these niches are not saturated as well, but the templates on these niches are not good at all. That's why I said barely anyone is making quality templates for them. And these are real businesses that needs real websites. I already have a few templates on my store for different niches. So if you go to webcreative.com/templates, you can see a catalog of few of them for different niches. So I know the framework very well. The big question was whether AI could speed up the actual build that I already have without sacrificing quality. So I just went into this with a clear plan because I knew what pages I needed. I had a rough idea of the sections, and I also built most of my templates with Astro because building sites like this, apart from this one is Fleximart and is a full stack e-commerce starter template which is built with Next.js, but every other one here, I think this one is built with Next.js as well, but the rest of them are built with Astro because building templates or landing pages that deals with a lot of content with Astro is just the perfect decision because it's fast, it's lightweight, and it's easy for buyers to customize. And again, for anyone who hasn't used Claude Code before, me personally, I haven't tried it till almost like a week now. I haven't made a video on the way I was building templates using the chat interface, Claude chat interface, and using T3 chat to build because I want to have full control of the code and everything. But recently I switched to Claude Code and I'm using it a bit different with the way I see people on the internet using it. And I'm still seeing the codes that it generates, but I feel myself drifting away a bit from seeing the code. So it's just like this constant toggle between my brain to always force myself to see the code that it produces so I can audit it myself and make few changes. So Claude Code is a command line tool. So let me just go there so you see for yourself. So Claude Code is basically a command line tool. Give it instructions, it write codes, edit files, and run commands right inside your project. And you can just think of it like pair programming with someone who types extremely fast. So let me show you how I am using it. So I'm not using the terminal version, so you can just download it for your desktop. I even have it downloaded on my desktop, but I am not using the terminal version. I'm using their VS Code extension. So if you go to the extension marketplace and you say Claude Code, so all right, this is it. Claude Code for VS Code. Let me close this out. So you can just head over to the extensions and download it, or again you can download it and use it directly on your terminal, and also you can still use it like a separate application as well. But I heard their application is quite shitty. So in order for you to use it, you need to be on one of their plans. So I'm currently on the Pro plan. So you can choose the Pro plan or the Max with 5x or the Max again with 20x. So for what I'm doing, I haven't seen the need to come right here, but this works very fine for what I'm doing. So what I did after setting up Claude Code was that the very first day I did some stuff by hand. So let me go to my code, and like I said, I have it running locally already. So I did most of all the sections. I think the hero section and this section right here by hand, and the services section. So most of the services section I did it by hand. After that, I began using Claude Code, and I think that, or I believe that, if you can work that way, it's going to make using Claude Code way easier. I might be wrong, so you might start off with Claude Code, but I wouldn't suggest that because it gives you a better output if you already have a solid foundation or a solid base of your project. So if you're using the extension like what I'm using, so you just have to come and click on this button right here. I already have one session right here. So I added SEO improvement before listing it on the template store. Again, if you go to web creative / templates, you would see it right here. I think it should be the second one. So this is it right here. It's already listed. So let me go back. The first thing you have to do is to create a new session, and it's going to open Claude Code, and you just have to run this init command. So it takes a while. I don't know why it is here. I'm not going to run this because I've already done it before. So what this does is that it creates a claude.md file, and the claude.md file is basically an instruction that Claude will read every single time he wants to work on your code. So either he wants to add a feature or remove a feature or something. So make sure to run this command. And if you run this command, it's going to let me go back to my file. It's going to generate this claude.md file, and basically it's going to summarize what your project is about. And again, that's why I said you should have a base already. It can also generate something for you, but if you start generating something for you, you won't be the person leading the AI now will be the one leading you. So always have a base if you are doing something like this. So after setting up this, I just describe a section. So I will describe the services section and copy and pasted some screenshots of some sections that I like, and I tell it that okay, I need it to be like this, I need it to be like this, and Claude will build it, and then I would review and make some tweaks to it. So basically that was what I did the first day. And where Claude really saved me time was the whole repetitive stuff. So for instance, now you could see that each of these right here, they have a similar pattern already, and also the contents are different. So I just told it to put content that relates to an electrician website. And also if I click on it again, you see that the details page has some content as well. So I told it to generate those content for me. So, but here's one thing I want to note again, and I want to be honest about it. I wasn't just prompting and just accepting all the prompts. I had to guide it. I guided it a lot. So if I give it a prompt, I will guide it. And sometimes the outputs needed adjustment, of which I will adjust myself. That's why I said in all you do, you should still learn how to code to some level. So sometimes I'll look at a section and think, okay, this section is functional, but it doesn't feel right. And either I'll rewrite the prompt or jump on that section to fix it myself. Day two was where I went all in and just completed the entire section. So day two was when I built this why you chose a section, the book your services section. Like I said, I already have the sections I wanted to build in mind, so everything was just fast. This customer reviews is one of the cool sections I like because it's two in one. You can see that it's showing customers reviews, and this is if you don't have Google My Business. So if your business is not on Google, people can't leave reviews. So you can just use the manual one, and which means that you work for someone, they give you a review directly, then you just add it yourself. But if your business is on Google, you can just pull the reviews from business online. So if I go to the index, I think that was in the index Astro page, you can see that I use Google reviews for. So if I set it to true now and I save, all right, so as you can see, I'm pulling this London electrician's reviews from Google. So you can see that the reviews now is different. So this is an actual review from this London electrical service. Well, we change it back to false. So let me save that back. You'll see that it has been swapped or switched to the Ampli electrical testimonials. So you get the gist. The second day was when I just built the rest section. So all these sections right here, the footer sections, this CTA section, the about section, and every other thing. So I had to reference other templates, but I had to make tweaks to them as well. I didn't just do copy and paste. I had to make a lot of tweaks to make it my own thing. And I said that I noticed an issue. So let me go to the services page now. And if I click on one services page, you will see that I am not seeing the links right here. So it's not contrasting well until I scroll. So I'll go to Claude now, and let me go to this and say I noticed that when I go to the details page of each services, the header BG is not showing until I scroll, and since there is no hero section in each of the details page, the nav links won't contrast. Let me say each of the services this page, the nav links won't contrast well. Please help me fix that. So the model I'm using, let me show you. I can click on this right arrow right here. So say switch model. I'm using Opus now, but I'll switch to 4.6 so I don't run out of usage. And for tasks like this, I'll just use the medium. That's what I use for majority of my tasks. So I'll just hit go. So while this is running, I'll just walk you through the key takeaway or some things I learned using Claude Code or AI in general in building templates. All right, so the first key takeaway is that AI doesn't replace knowing what you're doing. So if you don't understand the language you are working with or the basis of programming, or in this context, if I didn't understand Astro very well, I didn't understand responsive design and what makes a good business website, Claude Code would have just been a fast way to write bad code and ship terrible UI. So the speed only matters if the output is quality. So the second key takeaway is that the time savings are real. I just showed you how I am trying to fix this issue, and I'm guessing it's done. So the cool thing is that I don't have to refresh. So you see that automatically it works now. So it's working as it should. So if I go back to the hero section, you can see it didn't affect the hero section. So if I go to like an about section, you see that it's working fine and good now. So let me go to the services. It's working fine. So if I click on any of this section right here, so let me click on this one, you can see now that this header is coming through. How cool is that? And this could have took about like 3 to 4 minutes of my time to fix, but this even, I don't think this took up to a minute or so. And the issue, you can still read the issue. It gives you where it modified the diff. And again, I'm not a fan of reading diffs, but some of these diffs are easy to navigate around. All right, so let me not digress too much. I was talking about the second key takeaway. So like I just said, it saves you a lot of time. So scaffolding stuff, repetitive patterns, responsive adjustments, and boilerplates. The AI does that part 100%, and it does it really well. And thirdly, which is the last one, this changes the economics of selling templates. So if I can build a high quality template in 2 days instead of 2 weeks or 1 week, I think I can cover more niches and ship more products and actually serve the local businesses that everyone is ignoring. And also, I said at the intro of this video that I have an agency called Web Creative. So let me just go to Web Creative. All right, so at Web Creative, we build websites for local businesses that help them land their dream clients. And building templates like this actually makes the work for us easier, because if we get a client now that wants like a plumbing website on an electrician website, I will just pick one of all these templates I already have and maybe change the theme and some sections, or either add more sections depending on the client needs, or remove more sections. So I think it's a win-win all way around, because if I do it once, it can serve for somebody that wants to purchase this as a template, and also it can save me time when I get a client from that niche that wants me to customize it for them and build it the way they want it to be done. All right, so I noticed something. If I go back to my services page, I've noticed it just twice now. So I'm in my residential tab. If I click on commercial, see, it doesn't work. So you know what I will do? I'll go to the home page first. Yeah. So let me try it here. So commercial. So it's not working. So let me just tell it to fix that. Okay, so this is working, but I noticed that when I am clicking on the commercial tab on that is on the services section, nothing is happening. Please help me fix that as well. So this is a little issue. It's not going to take up to a minute. And also, maybe I will have to do like a separate video of me building an actual website from scratch using Claude Code, because you can also track your usage. So if I click here again, I scroll down, you can see accounts and usage. So if I click on this, you would see that okay, my usage is going to reset in the next 3 hours, but so far I've just used 12%. So let me close this one out. And also, moving on, I genuinely believe that I might stop working with the Claude chat interface and fully start working on using Claude Code, or rather fully start working with Claude Code, because these really have a full context of your application, so it will be easier for you to navigate around. All right, so I think it has fixed the issue. Let me see. So if I click on commercial now, you can see that it's working fine. All right, cool. Then let's go back to, let's test this if it, okay, it didn't break this one that it did. So let's see what the issue was. So, okay, the root cause was the client router view transition, the duplicate multiple module script. So after navigating to a services details page and back, the tab script never reran and the click listeners were gone. Okay, so you just added a page load which fires on every navigation. Alright guys, so that's the size of the video. If you want to have access to these templates to use for yourself or to use for your own client's business, you can head over to webcreative.com/template. The link will be the first thing you see in the description. And also, if the template you want is not here, you can just scroll down here and just request the template you want us to build. And as soon as we get that template done, we'll send you a message or we'll let you know that okay, this template is ready. Do well to also like, share and subscribe if you found the video helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.